crisscross pattern. For the most part, it is very straightforward. It's just strips sewn together and then trimmed down with a 6.5-inch ruler. I highly recommend that. It makes your life much, much easier. The only part that is at all tricky is lining up these seams, because if you don't line up these seams, it's going to be really, really obvious. So I'm going to show you how I do it. First, I try to make sure that seams that meet go in opposite directions. As you can see, these go in opposite directions. That way they can nest together really nicely. So that's the first seam I'm going to pin together. And I use pins. Some people glue based, but I just think pins are the most accurate in this situation. Okay, so here is where it gets tricky. I'm going to make sure that these line up perfectly. And even if I have to maneuver it a bit, that's my main goal, is to get those to line up perfectly. So I put pins every single place where those bias edges meet. So again, I'm going to line that up perfectly and put a pin there. And once you do that, you will have a really nice corner where the seams meet, and you'll be much happier, because those seams are really obvious if they don't meet up. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do that with all of my seams. And sometimes, look at this, sometimes it might be a little bit off, and so you'll have a little bit of puckering, but because it's a bias cut, they will actually kind of mush together much easier than you think. Now I have my seam sewn and ironed, and you can see that it's not perfect, but it's pretty close. And that's really all we can hope for. No one needs a perfect quilt. And once you get all those sewn together, the end result will be such a dynamic pattern.